Hello everyone, Windy City Comic Books here. I haven't made a video in a while, but I got up this morning and checked my subscriptions on my videos and on YouTube, and I saw Cougar Comics had a new video. It's been a while since I saw anything from him, but always enjoyed his videos and his detail, and talk about the covers and the condition and all that stuff, and kind of got me pumped up today about maybe doing some videos. I decided to do my X-Men collection. This is probably the book that I've been collecting the longest. I used to buy them as a kid, and I think I started collecting in like 1983, 1984-ish, going to comic book conventions, and I did actually accumulate all the X-Men books, number 94 through, well, actually when I started collecting, I think they were in the 160s maybe. But anyway, yeah, I did have all those. I had multiple copies. I remember number 94 I had 2 copies of. Number 95 I had 3 copies. Every issue all the way up. But yeah, of course I sold them as one big group for beer money, and I'm sure I've said this a number of times in my other videos, so I hate to bore anybody. But anyway, yeah, collecting is always about recapturing your youth, and you see a book that you used to have and you want it again, so that's kind of like where I was at. So I purchased all these books, I don't know, last 5 years maybe. But I'm going to start with my CGC books. I really don't have that many. I usually try to do like, older, the Silver Age CGC stuff. The newer stuff, the 80s and 90s. Well, actually the 80s, I don't collect anything after 1989, I think. But, I always have those raw, but anyway, I'll get started here. I'm just rambling. Again, I don't have this many of these, but a lot of raw books, so I'll go through those in maybe another video. Okay, this is X-Men number 50. I just love this cover, Jim Steranko. I think I actually had this one of my favorite cover books or videos. It's a 9.6 white pages, but again, love that cover. Number 56, 9.6 white pages. Again, Neil Adams cover, and I think he did the art too. Yeah, he did the art in this book. This one is incredibly sharp. I bought this at a comic book convention last year, I believe, but I mean, just perfectly centered, beautiful spine, sharp as a tack. The guy who sold it to me believed it was a 9.8, and actually my friend who's a big collector, but has actually been approached by Overstreet as being an advisor and all this stuff. Also thought it was a 9.8 just by looking at it. I mean, it's white, just beautiful white on the back. The only thing I saw was just a touch down there, but anyway, incredibly beautiful book. And a lot of people said I should get it resubmitted for 9.8, but man, anyway, very sharp book. Number 58, white pages, 9.2. Neil Adams cover again. First appearance of Havoc and his new costume. It's a real nice book too. I wanted to get 9.6 for the longest time, but they're $1,000, and they're probably even more now when I was looking. So I settled for 9.2. I can usually settle for like a lesser grade if they have white pages and they're well centered and look really nice. But anyway, I ended up upgrading on that book a little bit. I did get a 9.4, number 58, white pages, slightly off center, but still a beautiful book, and I think I got a decent price on it too. Alright, this is when people are going to think I'm crazy if I am not already crazy. But, okay, number 59, love this cover, Neil Adams again. Yeah, I don't know, this really appeals to me, this cover. But anyway, number 59, 9.6 white pages, CVA exceptional sticker up there in the corner. Let's see that. But yeah, beautiful book. And this is where you're gonna think I'm crazy, because I have another one, another 9.6 white pages, number 59. Again, really nicely centered, nice edges, sharp, beautiful colors. And then this is where I get crazier. I got another one, another 9.6, number 59, off-white to white pages. Yeah, I really don't have a good excuse for buying them. I did have a lot of disposable income a few years ago, and even this last year. And I got one book at a really good price, and then the other two I probably overpaid for. But anyway, but now I'm probably looking to unload a couple of these issues, keep one for myself. Okay, number 64, 9.4. Is this first Sunfire? Yeah, first appearance of Sunfire. It's nicely centered. Cool, kind of bluish purple background. Alright, number 109, 9.8, off-white to white pages. Love this cover, it's one of my favorites. I remember actually when I did have all those X-Men copies, this was the only one that I really couldn't find a nice shaped copy. The one I had was raw, it had all this damage along the spine, and it was all kind of beat up. But again, that was back in the 80s. Alright. Okay. Number 121, 9.8 white pages. You know what, actually I was thinking about this the other day. You know how The Incredible Hulk, number 180, you know, and then number 181, his first full appearance is like the real expensive copy, number 180. I mean, it's still up there, but not nearly the price of 181. I always compare it to like X-Men 120 and 121. Like 120, like Alpha Flight, you know, I think they're like in the last panel, or you know, just their appearance, and this is like their first full appearance, which I would consider the 121 to be comparable to the Incredible Hulk 181, but it's just the opposite in price. You know, 120 is over $1,000, and I think this one's like around $350, $400, but never understood that. But anyway, okay, X-Men number 130, 9.8, off-white to white pages, first appearance of the Dazzler. Kind of a cool cover. John Romita Jr. Number 132, 9.8, off-white to white pages. Another cool cover. John Byrne and Terry Austin. Man, what a great combination. And Chris Claremont. Ugh, this whole series, freaking awesome. Alright. X-Men 133, 9.8 white pages. Great action cover. Wolverine slicing and dicing. Alright, X-Men number 137, 9.8, Death of Phoenix. In quotation marks, because we all know she rises from the ashes. Again, Chris Claremont, John Byrne, Terry Austin, cover and art. X-Men number 140, 9.8 white pages. I had a real hard time finding this copy, or a real nice one. I had a raw copy, but of course I sold that. And but yeah, I love this copy for some reason. Again, I love John Byrne's art too, but there's the black, I really like black border, and everyone I look at, even 9.8s, you know, they always seem to have like some chipping or some kind of little damage, but I finally found this copy. This is actually really, really nice. So, I'm real happy with this. I think I got a decent price at it too. I've got a little pickier with my prices, even though I find books that I really want. I'll refrain from buying them unless I can get a decent price, so kind of calm down, and kind of got over my little childish, gotta have it though at any price kind of thing. Okay, X-Men number 141, 9.8, again classic cover. John Byrne, Terry Austin. And X-Men number 142, 9.8 white pages. I had a couple copies of this, but I just sold one on eBay. I'm kind of cutting back on a lot of my issues, just for money-wise. You know, things have been slow at work and whatnot. I don't have as much free disposable income as I did in the past, so getting rid of a lot of my multiple copies of books, especially more expensive ones. So anyway. Okay, great. I'm gonna I'll probably break up the next X-Men videos in a couple more parts, just because there's so many of them with the raw issues. But for now, that's it. Thanks for joining me.